this isn't a motivational video, but I want you to promise me one thing, that for the next 21 days, you'll give it all. Like, at least you should study for 5-6 hours. Either you feel it or you don't feel it, but you should study for 5-6 hours. So without wasting any time, let me just tell you the strategies to follow for the last 21 days. So I'll be dividing it into two sections. So the first, around 10 days and the next 11 days. So the first 10 days, what you should do is you should give as many mocks as possible. You should give at least one mock per day, along with checking the mistakes and noting any mistakes. So your average time to give a mock should be around 3.5 hours to 4 hours. So it depends on you. And I was taking around 3.5 hours. And to check that, if you're giving it via any PDFs, because you don't have any proper material, as you did not take any coaching, or if you have any proper materials and you do not have to check for each answer, then it's better. You're like saving your time. But if you're not, if you're giving it via PDFs and you have to check it manually, then that will take around 2 to 3 hours extra for checking and noting down the mistakes. So that is why I'm saying per day 5 to 6 hours you have to commit, right? So currently what you should do is give as many mocks as possible and try to score around 65 to 70% average. If you score more than that, well and good. But the minimum that you should aim for right now is around 65 to 70%, and try to give at least one mock every single day for the next 10 days. And then coming on, the second thing I would like to add here is that the last two mocks you give, it should only be the CFA official mock. Other than that, you shouldn't give any single thing. The last two mocks हमेशा CFA के officially होना चाहिए, because that is how you know the level. And maybe if you're giving some other mocks, there could be some mistakes and you might get confused at last. But in the case of like CFA's official one, there wouldn't be anything like that. So the last two mocks that you give, it should be the official mocks. And when should you give it? Well, I personally gave the first mock 2 weeks before and the second mock 1 week before. But even you should aim something around that, and around 4-5 days you should keep after giving the last two mocks. आखिरी के 3-4 दिन कोई mock मत दो. You just keep revising. And आखिरी के 3-4 दिन you should actually try to revise less, as in you should only give around 3 to 4 hours per day, and that should also be chill. I'm assuming that holidays are going on for you right now. If not, like if nothing is important as of right now, take the holidays, right, and dedicate till the exam just for that. This is one of the things. And one more thing that I wanted to say you is, you might have made so many notes ki bhai, per chapter you might have made 20 pages, and for longer chapters you might have even taken half a note. So right now what you should do is, for example, what I have done for my exams is, ethics ke liye, as you can see, for ethics I used to note down all my common mistakes. So in pointers ki bhai ye karke, jo bhi language mein, even I wrote it in English. So whatever you want to write it in, write the client, brokerage commission, whatever. So अपने mistakes को लिख के रखो. And what I did was, I tried to summarize all those 10 chapters, which the mistakes that I do regularly. Even formulas, I used to remember most of them, but some formulas जो मेरे को याद नहीं रहते थे, I used to write them in a note. So around उसके 5-10 पेज जो भी बनेंगे notes के, वो लिख के रख लो. And आखिरी के 3-4 दिन, other than normally revising, every day go through these mistakes and keep revising that. Check if you remember it or not, and if you're like यही गलती वापस वापस कर रहे हो मॉक्स देते वक्त, तो ये तुम्हें हमेशा नोट करना है. एंड दिस इज वन ऑफ द थिंग्स दैट इवन आई डिड. So the last thing that I would like to say is, on the exam day, right? What you should do on the exam day. So as soon as you wake up, first of all, एक दो पेज जो तुम्हारे एकदम core mistakes होंगे, core formula, specifically ethics, तो उसको तुम लोग रिवाइज कर लो. And don't take too much pressure on the exam day. For example, if you have the morning session, right, then wake up, like जो भी करना है करो, and then formulas maybe see one time, and some of the mistakes that you're doing, see that one time. Other than that, once you reach the exam center, don't do anything. Maybe eat something and chill a bit, but don't read something there, right? Because that doesn't matter, why. It's if you know it, you know it. If you don't know it, you don't know it. But the last day in your exam day, the only focus is that you should only revise the formulas, and you should only read your mistakes. Other than that, don't do anything. Just go with a chill mind, and just remember to take your calculators and your passport. Nothing else, not even pen, no, nothing. Just your calculator and your passport. and nothing else you need, right? Go there, you'll get noise cancellation headphones. It totally depends on you. And just take some food and go right for the breaks. Other than that, if you have any doubts, comment. I'll just reply to you if you have any doubts, and all the best for your exams. That's it for this video. Let's meet you in the next video.